Hey everybody, it is Dak here from the Ed Boys, and welcome to episode 11 of the Mobile Only Road to 100 mil. At the end of the last episode, I said I would be cooking all these fish, and as you can see, I'm just about done cooking all these fish. 79 cooking is where I landed. Well, sub 80 cooking is not really going to get me to the next tier of fish to cook, at least without burning them. I could go cook some monkfish, but probably burn a lot of them. In other words, this is going to be my last stint of cooking for a little bit. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a GP check just on these fish. I'm actually going to head to the grain exchange right after this and do some selling, but here's what these look like after cooking it, including the burnt fish, though the tuna's really not much. It's mostly just these swordfish. I mean, 2.1 mil, not bad. A little extra cash to the cash stack. Let's head to the G and start working on that note. So for the most part, the most expensive thing I'm going to sell here is the fish that I just showed, but I have kind of a loot tab going from Slayer, just a bunch of junk that I've been picking up while doing Slayer, and some of it will add up decently well. So I'm going to sell off all of this and go ahead and check on how much cash I actually have. We've been hovering at like 4, maybe 5 mil or so. This will probably bring us to the 8 to 10 mil range. Alright, these last little bit of swordfish, I've been waiting on this for far too long, so however much is sitting in there will not be in the cash check. Forget it. Let's just go grab the rest of the money that I have in the bank to work with here. Looks like this is going to be a little over 8 mil, which is not too bad, but also not that much when we're trying to get to 100. So first cash check in a while. It's more than I've had without a doubt, but a lot of the focus has been on stats and kind of will be in this episode still. But that's what we're looking at in terms of cash currently. Well, I was going to move on to the next moneymaker, but turns out I haven't done fishing contests. Smooth. I totally forgot that you need fishing contests to catch minnows. Great. Great. Fishing contest complete. This is how you can tell that I'm a true fisherman. I already had 82 fishing and full anglers, but being able to beat that vampire at a fishing contest was definitely the proof everyone needed. Alright, Kylie, will you let me in, please? Now I can finally start catching some minnows. Overall, I've done a lot of fishing, but this is probably the best fishing moneymaker in the game, I would say. I'm trying to think. There's other fishing moneymakers that do better than the ones I've been doing, to be fair, but this is pretty much the best one in the game, so I'm going to catch a pretty good chunk of minnows. It's not necessarily AFK. It's a little AFK, but I more say like you can multitask, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I did a lot of minnows on my hardcore when I first made the account, and at the time I was working on maxing my main, and I did a lot of minnows on the side, and you just really had to pay like zero attention to the minnows. Every once in a while, I'll just click one time every like 12 to 15 seconds. And that's why it felt like it was AFK. On mobile, if I put my phone down, I'm probably going to forget about it, and it's not right in front of me like a second client on my monitor is, so it's I still have to pay a little more attention or I'll AFK too hard. In other words, I may do some other AFK content like wood cutting when I need the AFK time, but I need the wood cutting level right now. I'm not going to be doing it for any money making, so I'll probably skip some of that footage. I'll come back to minnows, though. Probably not in this episode. Maybe at the end of next episode, or even the one after. We'll see how many minnows I caught and see how much cash I got out of it. Killer Watts. Oh, God. I don't have that many Slayer points to spend, but it's definitely a task that I would hate to do. So I'm just going to skip it. Whatever. This is my first task back, also. I was going to do some Slayer during the last episode, but I got caught up in other things, so I want to catch up on a little bit of Slayer gains. What do you got for me? Otherworldly beings. Alright, that's a little better. Only unlocked these because I have Xander's unlocked now. I'm looking to get 60 attack and 60 strength. Also, I need 70 combat soon for the next Slayer Master, but 60 attack and strength are currently the goal, and we'll see what level that gets me in Slayer, too. I might as well buy a black mask. There's probably a couple of upgrades I could work with at the moment, but I'm at least going to get this black mask for the bonus damage while I'm on task. 850k is a little much, huh? 800k I'll probably still insta-buy. I really don't mind spending a few extra K on it, but this is going to make some good bonuses in terms of speed of these tasks and how much XP I'm getting, so definitely a worthwhile investment. So far, not much going on with the Slayer life. Lower level Slayer is pretty boring, to be fair. Usually not much going on, but there is 60 strength, which means I can move on to 60 attack. Also, 1075 total level, getting up there. Kinda, I guess. Let's move on, working on 60 attack now. Should be a little faster than 60 strength, now that I have 60 strength while I'm doing it. I'm about to grab 50 Slayer. You might be wondering why I'm fighting the baby blue dragons instead of the regular blue dragons. It's mostly due to speed. Currently at my level, the Blue Dragon task would take forever. I don't have that much time. I'm trying to move on with more tasks and get decent attack XP. But 50 Slayer means I unlocked Blood Velds, as you saw there. It's not a great task, but it is a pretty solid task for what level it requires. There's a lot of other better money makers out there, but currently I don't really have any solid money makers in terms of Slayer tasks. That's just how it works at low levels. So at least just from Blood Runes, Rune Med Helms, and Ensouled Blood Veld Heads, it's going to be one of the better money making tasks. Also, I could go to the Catacombs and get some Ancient Shards and whatnot. I like the Blood Veld task. I hope I see one soon. I almost skipped Infernal Mages because these blow. Even when wearing D-Hide, they do a lot of damage, but even this Mystic Hat is a decent price. I really don't get that many drops, other than the runes, which add up overall. Not that many drops sell for much money that I'm getting currently. Look at me getting my ass kicked. This is what I'm talking about. Infernal Mages kind of suck, but at least it made me a little bit of money. This is going to get me 60 attack during this fight. Overall, Moss Giants, first of all, this has been one of my better tasks. I saw a Snapdragon Seed, a Ronar Seed. You get the Nature Runes and Soul Giant Heads. And I got 2 Mossy Keys. I really haven't fought the Moss Giant boss before, so it would be cool to get that fight going. There's 60 attack, though. I am going to finish up this task because I only have a few left. But 60 attack and 60 strength. As you can see, I got to 53 Slayer. And this actually got me up to 69 combat, which is one away from being able to use the Fairy Slayer Master Cheddar. I won't be getting a task from Cheddar too soon, though. This is going to wrap up Slayer once I'm done with this task. And I've got some questing to do. So hold on, let me finish this task first. That should be it. There's 41 tasks in a row, 152 points now, which is not too bad. I probably could spend them on something. I'd like to have a decent amount saved up just in case I want to skip, but at lower levels I usually just deal with the crappy tasks when you don't have as many points to skip with and nothing else unlocked. But that's going to wrap up Slayer for now. I'm going to go buy some stuff and get ready for some quests. So, how come you guys never got any footage of me cooking during the last episode? You know, the episode that was almost entirely about cooking.
Yeah, we did not think about that at all.
Honestly, not sure what I'm paying you guys for. Really have no idea at this point, other than cameramen with a tripod. What are we talking about today?
The viewers would like to know if you're planning on going for your fire cape.
Yeah, I definitely plan on getting the fire cape. Probably remotely soon. I'm not trying to like max out range and whatnot first. But getting the fire cape doesn't really have anything to do with making 100 mil either. So using the fire cape for its boosts in combat could make more money. I don't know exactly where I'm squeezing it in, but yeah. Yeah, I plan on going for the fire cape for sure. I think the fire cape on mobile will actually be pretty cool. So, who is the editor for these things? Who's actually putting the clips together and whatnot?
That's Charlie.
Yeah, so why don't you use the green screen at all? Like, why don't you do something with it instead of just have it be green behind me?
I don't know. I'm not really sure what to do with it, I guess.
You could, like, put your own background or something. Those little nameplates at the bottom says, like, who I am, what I do. I don't know, you can play around with it, that'd be cool, right? I'm just saying, I don't know. I feel like there's missed potential. One of my favorite part about seeing quest bosses, this one's hardly a boss here with the Tree Gnome Village, Khazard Warlord. They say you need to defeat some monster that's like twice your combat level, but it turns out they only use one style of combat, so as long as you have protection prayers, the fight is basically a joke. Alright, wrapping up Tree Gnome Village here. This is actually going to get me some attack XP, so I guess potentially I could have done this before I was going for 60 attack. It's not like I don't get the attack XP now that I'm higher attack level, but it would have helped out ever so slightly. That's like 50 to 51 attack it would have done for me, so it's really not that big of a deal. There's Tree Gnome Village complete. Next, we've got the Grand Tree. Starting the Grand Tree quest here. If you can't tell, what I'm going for is Monkey Madness with 60 attack. I can now use Dragon Weaponry. Having a Dragon Skimmy would be nice, so I'm going to do the Grand Tree, and then that's it. I'm able to do Monkey Madness after that, so already pretty close. Again, with these quest bosses. Level 172 Black Demon. Now, I already could tell that I could kill Black Demons. I haven't had a Black Demon task, to be fair, but if I did get one, I could make it through that task. It would just be a pain. So killing one Black Demon is not that big of a deal, especially if you have your overheads. That's why I was saying when I got my prayer to 43. In some ways, overhead prayers are like the most OP thing in the game, just because it only takes 43 prayer to have all 3 of them, and in some cases, it makes an entire boss fight just a joke. Grand Tree just about complete. Finally found the rock. This is also going to give me some combat stats or some combat XP that I was training with Slayer, but not Slayer XP necessarily, so I don't mind getting it done through Slayer. And again, it's not like I don't get the XP now that I'm higher level when I do the quest, but it could have skipped some levels. Again, I really would rather get the Slayer XP currently, but this is almost Grand Tree complete. Are we done yet here, sir? There it is. 5 quest points of agility, attack, and magic XP, so only the attack XP feels like kind of a waste because now it's getting me to 61. I spent all that time on 60, but again, I still need to train past 60 anyway, so it's nice to get to 61, plus a couple of magic levels. Alright, King Nardode, it is time. Oops, I definitely just clicked no. It is time to start Monkey Madness. Monkey Madness is a bit of a long quest. This will definitely be the hardest one that I've done so far in the account, but I'm more than ready for the fight level-wise. Overall, nothing should be too difficult. It's going to be a bit lengthy. It is time for the fight against the giant Monkey Lord. This isn't a monkey. Honestly, it's beating the crap out of me a little bit. You can just hang out on the side and let the gnomes get him down to 1 health, and then just get the KO, to be fair. I figured I could help out a little bit. Maybe if I were wearing a rune plate body instead of a rune chain after all this time that I've already done Dragon Slayer. We can ignore that. Almost done. Help me out here. Come on, there it is. There it is. Boss fight complete. It's basically the quest complete too. I just gotta go talk to like 2 more people and Monkey Madness will be done. Alright, King Nardode, I am done with Monkey Madness. That means I can now go get a Dragon Skimmy, though the next few things I do won't require a Dragon Skimmy, so I won't buy one immediately, but the next time I go do Slayer and I'm going to be using melee, I'm clearly going to upgrade to that Dragon Skimmy, which is pretty sweet. Overall, I got some pretty solid quests done so far too. Also, I got to go upstairs and get some training here. What I was going to say is I'm not quite done with questing life, but the next quest I want to do, I got to get some levels for. So hold, let me first go get the XP from the guy up here. I'm definitely going to go for the one that gives some extra defense XP, since I spent all that time on attack and strength. My defense is like 44 right now, so it'd be nice to get a little bonus. Yeah. Improving attack, defense, attack and defense techniques. Again, I guess if I did this before 60 attack, I would have gotten some extra attack XP, but I will take any XP that they give me. Several hours later. Hello? Oh, do I have to tap the X? I'm just sitting here waiting on it. This fucking idiot. Alright, 59 hit points. Nice. That's actually pretty solid. I forgot about the hit points XP coming hot. 62 attack, 49 defense. Ooh. Overall solid gains. Yeah, look at that total level. Getting over 1100. Monkey Madness complete. Let's move on to different questing life, I guess. So the next quest that I would like to do is Lunar Diplomacy. I would like to use the Lunar Spellbook to actually make some cash, believe it or not. This is a road to 100 mil, even though this episode has not featured that much money making, other than checking in at the beginning. I need 49 fire making for Lunar Diplomacy, so time to light some logs. Alright, this log is going to get me 49 fire making. I did buy the exact amount of logs needed, but I forgot that I had already done some wood cutting, so I had burned up some extra willow logs. Speaking of willow logs and wood cutting, let's move on to that. There is 41 wood cutting achieved. I can now use a rune axe, which I have right here in my inventory with me, so I'll move on to using that. I do need to get to 55 wood cutting to do Lunar Diplomacy, so I have a little bit longer to go. I'm basically just going to do it all here at Willows, though. These are fast enough XP that I don't see any point in moving on when I unlock maples. They're pretty slow right when you get them, and I'm just getting to 55 and then moving on from there. But that's going to wrap up this episode. It's going to be enough time between now and 55 wood cutting that I'm just going to start wrapping it up here. Today was mostly a questing episode, working on getting Monkey Madness done, and now working on getting Lunar Diplomacy done. So next episode, I will be starting with basically getting these last couple requirements for Lunar Diplomacy, then just knocking out the quest and starting to do a few moneymakers that I unlock with that quest, or a few moneymakers along those lines. So as you can probably tell, we've got some magic coming up. That's going to wrap up this episode, though, everybody. I do appreciate you all watching. I hope you have been enjoying this OSRS Mobile Road to 100 mil. If you have been, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. I do stream on Twitch, which the link is in the description and on the screen at the moment. Also, I have a Twitter and a Discord, which the links should be in the description. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed, and best of luck on your mobile grind. So, the key to OSRS Mobile, very simply, you gotta be patient. If you're not patient, you try to trick the game, you can put it on the computer, and you're just not gonna get the same results that you would normally expect. So, you keep playing and you expect the team, you're not.